And we're live. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties. Not sure exactly what was going on there. Um, but we'll pick right back up where we were. So we're answering on Moni's question. Actually, honestly, this might be a little bit better because we kind of got an update on what was going on with Jesse first. Now we'll get right into it. When you guys gonna make a move to other countries? So as I was saying, you guys are our tentacles. You know, you guys are the ones who have the outreach inside of your countries. Wherever you want to see Kudoken, we have the business strategic business partner packet. That's created. I can send that out and I will post it inside of the links. You can hand that out to any businesses and start talking to businesses about accepting crypto, and about, you know, just what crypto is, what it does, um, and have them contact us. You can have them contact us at info@kudoken.io. That's the direct business uh, email address, and so that's where you can send anybody who has the business to strategic business partner packet, or anybody who wants more information about Kudoken, straight there. Great question. What does the remove this game include? What modes like deathmatch, PvP, PvA, players versus aliens? Will it include third person mode as well? And what about grouping up with other members and friending people? So it's kind of a three-part question right there. So I'll break it down. Uh, is there going to be any other game modes? As of right now, with Guns and Aliens, the actual reason the Guns and Aliens happens is directly to be able to get the liquidity pool of Kudoken out to the people as a circulation emulsifier. So with the top-down variant, there won't be any other modes. Now, moving forward, and which I'm going to reveal a little bit later on, there is a whole lot of different things that are going to happen inside of the first-person shooter. So the first-person shooter is going to come after the Kickstarter. We're going to run the Kickstarter, which will involve the beta, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Uh, but we're going to run the Kickstarter, run all of the content, and then get into the development of the first person shooter, which will start to entail things like player versus player, and then, of course, PvE, player versus everybody, or as you said, PvA, player versus alien. I like that. We have to adopt that. Let's see what we got next. Will it include third person mode? So let's take 2 seconds here real quick. I want to make sure that everybody has the correct YouTube real quick, because I think people were following along with us and then all of a sudden we got disconnected. So let me take a second and throw this link here. This. Oh, that was weird. Just saw myself in double mode. Put that there, and then also put in the announcements channel just to get people back with us. All right, that should have done the trick there. All right, there you guys are. We had to switch over. All of a sudden, the simulcast just dropped, so we are right back into it. I am on Monty's question. I'll jump back just briefly here, uh, just to show you, talk about what I just answered about the other countries. Yeah, absolutely. We're ready to go into other countries. We have the strategic business partner packet, and that's what community members can hand out to businesses in other countries, and then just have them contact us at info@kudokan.io. That's the actual domain address. That's the business address. And so they can contact us at any point in time, and we'll give them more information and then also get them in the fold. Um, remove this. Asking the question with the remove this game, what will it include? Will it include deathmatch, player versus player, player versus alien, or what they call PVE right now, player versus everybody, player versus alien? So as of right now, with the Guns and Aliens variant, the top-down, third-person, wave-based survival uh, shooter that mines the Kudokan, there will not be any other game modes. That is exclusive to the liquidity pool of Kudokan, and that was created directly for the purpose of circulation emulsifier. So that game, though, is a preview of the bigger game that we have coming out. So Team Zombie Gaming is going to continue on with the Remove This franchise, and we're going to develop the first-person shooter. The first-person shooter will be a separate game, but will also have the top-down variant included inside of it, similar to what Call of Duty did with the Black Ops franchise and Dead Ops. We're big Call of Duty fans, so inside of the first person shooter variant, that's where you're going to get your player versus player, your player versus everybody, or player versus alien. We're definitely adopting that, like I was saying a minute ago. And I'm not sure about deathmatch. We'll see about that. Let's see. Will it include the third person mode? Yes. So Guns and Aliens variant, the prequel, does have the third person mode, and you do that by tapping on the Astro head on there, and it'll switch you modes back and forth so that you can pick up different items and see things. What about grouping up with other members and friending people? Yes, there will be multiplayer as well as matchmaking for the Guns and Aliens variant. So you'll be able to team up with other people. And when you team up with other people, there's larger stakes of Kudokan that are available, but it becomes a competition to actually pick up the coin. So the multiplayer expansion along with the matchmaking will come at the same time as the live token drop. With the initial release, we will have the collection system. So basically, you collect different types of rocks called lunar rocks inside of the game. Then, as you collect those different ones at the end of the game, it tallies them all up and then rewards you in Kudokan at that point in time. And the reason that we're doing that is for development time and development purposes. When we're dropping the live tokens inside of the game, it becomes a completely different ball game. There's a lot more security issues. There's a lot more audits that have to happen, a lot of different things. So that comes with the second expansion in the second phase, and that'll also include the multiplayer and matchmaking, as well as the use of Bluetooth controllers, PlayStation, Xbox, the whole nine yards. Great question. What about Oh yeah, and friending people. I haven't thought about the community aspect. We are going to have leaderboards on the Remove This website. There's a little Easter egg for you that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. That we have a website coming for Remove This, proprietary for Remove This. It goes cross back and forth. So the Remove This website promotes Kudokan, the Kudokan website promotes Remove This, and then the Team Zombie website promotes all three of them and has banners right at the beginning or whatnot, and then an about section. What can we expect from the app? Staking and so the entire layout. Actually, let me pull that up real quick. Application overview. So I'll just read it straight out. The main components of the application include staking platform, Kudokan rewards store, the entertainment book, which is going to be fashioned just like the old school entertainment books, and it'll have all of our business partners in there with a blurb about who they are, and then the coupon that you can redeem for what they've offered for our level 2 and our level 1 and 2 strategic business partners. It'll have a Kudokan Live section for the AMAs and the actual performances. Once we get back into that, we'll talk about that in a moment. We had a whole bunch of performances that were coming up, and obviously Delta variant has reared its ugly head again. game section. So you're going to have direct ability to launch the games through the application. And so you'll when you click on that button at first, it'll take you to whichever Play Store that you're doing. If you're doing it on mobile, or if you're on PC, it'll take you over to the website in order to download it. Once you've downloaded it, it's going to keep it on your cell phone or PC and then automatically launch it through the Kudokan application. So the hope is that a lot of people won't even go to the application or go to the individual applications. Instead, they'll be going to the Kudokan rewards hub in order to do all things Kudokan. Uh, and then the blog section, which will be cross or redundant with the website blog, and all of that stuff's getting updated right now with more information. I'm going to have some other people blogging, potentially Hamza and some of the Rapid Dev guys, and some of the other guys who are doing some of the dev work. And then of course Jesse with his adventures. You saw he's out and headed out to Louisiana right now to go into waist high water and save the people and the dogs and all of that. So we'll have a lot of content, a lot of great stuff to be able to check out. So that is the Kudokan application, and in just a little bit, once we get to the itinerary portion of it, we'll actually take a look at the scale template that Hamza's got set up right now. Hamza and Rapid Dev are doing the staking application as well. They've taken it over. When we tell our friends, do we set them up Matic Polygon or with each side of KDU? This is a question from Joyride. Shout out to DJ Joyride. I heard that you're out and going on tour and doing some big stuff. So love to see it. Love to see it. Uh, yeah, you know what? That's a great question. Uh, we had high hopes for the London fork. You know, we had high hopes for the gas prices on the ETH, and as of right now, it's kind of devastation. So depending on how they get themselves up, and also what your friends' interest levels are they trying to stay with the Ethereum network? Is there a reason why they want to, why they may not want to be on Ethereum? Um, it's a good question. Hold on, no, I forgot there's a chat in here too. Let me check and make sure I'm staying up on that. We will be headed to QuickSwap with the release of the token system inside of the game, and also with the release of the beta of the game. So as soon as we've released the Matic token, then the choice is really up to you guys, what you guys want to use. That's why we had the option of the Matic token, was in order to circumvent the gas fees, and also because we can't do gas fees inside of the game, so we needed to use their gaming nodes in order to be able to do it for remove this. Okay, cool. How much did you guys miss? Were you able to catch me? It should all be recorded on there, so if we have to go back through the beginning of it. Let's take a look. Will KDU still be moved to the Polygon network? Yes. So right now, KDU is already deployed on the Polygon network. And we're going to go into that at the Matic token utilization portion. But yeah, it's already deployed on the Matic network. If so, KDU, we're currently holding. Will it automatically transfer to the Polygon network, or do we have to do it manually? By the way, this is from Way High, one of our big dogs, one of our whales in the water. Shout out to Way High. He's been doing a great job making content. You can follow Kudokan Token on YouTube and catch some of his tutorial videos and some setup stuff. He's doing some really integral stuff with talking about the Polygon network and how to get things switched over there. So be sure to follow him if you're checking this out. Um, Yeah, so your tokens won't automatically switch over. You have the option to buy either one. And when you purchase the other one, we can just get into it right now. When you purchase the other one, it's going to burn from a burn pool so that it stays at the same. They both launched at 1 billion. And when you purchase one, the other one goes away. And when you purchase one, the other one goes away. And so you'll be able to use either one of those tokens in order to purchase stuff from the reward store or buy NFTs or any of the different stuff. But you're going to receive Matic tokens from the airdrops, from the interactive mining, and then also off of QuickSwap. I'm mostly excited to walk through the announcements since late July in a live feed format. Yeah, and we're gonna do a lot more of that. That was Joyride again. Uh, that was Joyride again. So we're gonna be uh, going over things at least once a month. But I'd like to do it a little bit more. I know that we get a lot of interaction inside of the Discord and everything, so we kind of stay abreast of things that way. But it's nice being able to sit down and actually talk about these things, answer questions in real time, and you guys to kind of see what's going on. So yeah, I definitely want to do more of this. This is actually part one of our two-part AMA. So this is going to be basically the introduction to the team. I've talked to Hamza. He's actually available right now for any questions that we have. Directly for him, but I'm also going to talk to him and see if he'd like to be on the next AMA and potentially get Hamza, have Rush One on. I'm also going to talk to Rush and Spice and see if Spice might be able to come on and give us a rally as well. So look forward to that. We'll see. We'll see. No promises. Uh, If so, can we do it manually? So we had a question in the chat. This is from Kudokan Token, way high. He said, "When will Polygon Network happen?" Polygon Network is going to happen with the beta of Remove This. You'll kind of see where we're at right now. We're coming up on beta really soon. I'm not putting a hard stamp on it yet or a date on it, but it will be after the Kickstarter runs as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about what the beta means, how it all works, and then when we're going to see the Matic tokens. You will be able to get your hands on Matic tokens beforehand, though. You asked kind of an open-ended, broad question: when will Polygon Network happen? Polygon Network's already happened, so I've already launched and deployed the tokens. They're already there, and since the ETH gas fees are so crazy right now, which is why we kind of halted doing the airdrops and all of that while we waited for the London fork to happen and kind of all this stuff to shake itself out. Now that all that has happened and we're sitting in the position that we are with the ETH gas fees and with the stuff, instead we're going to move forward directly into Matic. So the next airdrop will be Matic tokens, and the first 500 the people in the first 500 are automatically in the airdrop. So they're going to be the first ones to get the Matic tokens, as well as anybody who participates in this next airdrop. And that airdrop is going to be a promotion for the Kickstarter and for Remove This, which will have carryover directly towards what's going on with the cryptocurrency, obviously. Good question. Uh, I'm on the night shift, so I missed it. Man, shout out to the crazy one. Crazy one's been going hard. We're with you right now in spirit. Don't work too hard. We'll see you soon in the server. AMA will be here. Shout out Joyride, making sure everybody's abreast of what's going on. And looks like that's the extent of the pre-questions. So we'll get started. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Gabriel Rogers. I am one of the co-founders. Jesse Sponberg was just here on the first portion of it. He is in the back of a car right now, traveling through New Mexico on his way to Louisiana to help out with the animals. So we're wishing him safe travels. We started to get a little bit of an update on Flashdown, and then he got cut off, and the entirety of the stream got cut off. So if you didn't see that one, go check out the little bit that we got with him. Um, we'll get more with him on the next one once he's down there. But we're wishing him safe travels right now, and good luck with everybody who's out there. Hopefully, people are safe. So let's go into it. I'm Gabriel Rogers. If you didn't know about me, check out the first AMA. I told my background, what's going on. I'm an electrician, RCDD registered design engineer, 3D modeler. Um, yeah, trunk mob. Uh, so I just talked about the AMAs. We're going to do once a month at the very least, and I'm hoping to probably do 2-week check-ins if it warrants, especially once the game gets off the ground and we start doing some of the other stuff that I'm going to announce here in a moment. Um, I think that's when we'll be probably talking twice a month. So we're headed right into Flashtown. Flashtown Hawaiian Sanctuary has been purchased. The property is taken care of. A little bit about Flashtown. The name Flashtown was inspired by Jesse's dog. Jesse's dog passed away. He was Jesse's best friend. So Jesse always wanted to make a sanctuary that was dedicated to Flash. And he's done it. He's secured the property. We are in there. I believe that as long as the weather holds out, they are going to start clearing some of the brush and all that off, potentially starting next month. So we'll get a little bit more information if Jesse pops back by. Um, if not, just know, yep, it is in the fold. Being a Kudokan holder gets you automatic access to the property for holding and staking, and it's gonna be a good time. Can I purchase KUD on Polygon Network currently? No, currently we are not listed. When we are listed for purchase, it'll be on QuickSwap. Uh, Kudokan ecosystem app and staking. So we just went over a little bit about it. Let's take a look here. Give me a moment. All right. So taking a look at the application, this is what the interface is looking like currently. This is just sent to me from Hamza. Uh, this is what the staking interface will look like. So you'll be able to connect your wallet to stake, and then with the withdrawal amount, you'll be able to withdraw here. It's going to have your yields, your token tracking, and then under the rewards section right here is where your wallet will connect in order to receive your membership NFTs. And so your membership NFT will be held within the app, and those membership NFTs will get you discounts on the merchandise, rewards, stuff from our direct business partners, and a whole host of stuff that we have going on. Here is the first interface. This will be banners that are going to go back and forth. Here's the rewards system. You got the entertainment channel where the live will be held. Excuse me, you got the entertainment channel where all of the entertainment and information and background on those things are. You have the Kudokan Live section, which will show the different concerts and have the updates for the live events that we're doing. And also, once we get into some of the other wager matches and things like that, they'll be held here. You have the game section, which will have the banners for the different games that we have going on. Right now, starting off with Remove This. Uh, and that's going to have the game launcher. And then you have a business locator. And that business locator will give you direct businesses, whether digitally or physical ones, right now in your area. Wait a second. Let me give you a breakdown of this other one. And then there's where the game section look like. So right now we have the coding and all of that stuff that's going on. We're waiting for the banners to come back for the reward store and for the gaming portion, and then we'll have all of that stuff. That's where the beta will also be held. Does that say stack token where it should say stacked? Look at that. It even recorrected yours to stacks twice. Yes, yeah. These are just mock-ups of what they have going right there with placeholders in there. So all that stuff gets corrected. You're getting to see some of the background information just because I wanted to show everything. So the next thing that we're going into is Team Zombie Gaming. So Team Zombie, take a look here at the new logo. There's both the logos, the Team Zombie emblem, as well as the Team Zombie Gaming. These are the logos that'll flash right at the beginning of the game as the game's getting started up and all that, and then also the logos that go on the website and everything. Um, so Team Zombie Gaming's been around for a long time in competitive gaming. This is the first embarkment that we've had at being full-fledged game developers. So with this game, it kind of pushes us or thrusts us into a place where we wanted to be for a long time. Um, can you guys still hear me? Hmm. I don't know if you guys can hear me. We just had a breakup here. Yep, lost the audio. Uh, okay, we're good now. Awesome. I don't know what that hookup or hiccup was, but we're back now. So you guys got me again? I don't know why it keeps flexing in and out. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the pictures here of Portland Simulator. And then since it keeps kind of cutting me off when we're going back and forth for the share, so I'll just show you guys the pictures and then we'll go into it. All right. Can you guys hear me? So, Portland Simulator is a pixel art game that is kind of a recreation almost of Grand Theft Auto or something of that nature. It's an open world game where you go around and basically try to take over a section of the city, building up your tent community. So you can pick up things like pallets, tents, tarps, You can build your own bikes by stealing bike parts and putting it together. You can raid catalytic converters. You can cook junk inside of a RV. And if you don't enter in the correct button combination, then your RV lights on fire, which is always tragic when you see that rolling through the lovely streets of Southeast Portland. So it's going to be a really fun game that we're hoping is going to bring awareness to the situation right now that we have going on inside of the city. The city didn't used to look like that. Obviously, we've seen a lot of complaints. The game was inspired by an Instagram called Portland Looks Like Ish. You can check them out on Instagram. It kind of tells the story of what's going on in the city. And so we wanted to recreate that and show it in dramatic Portland fashion. We chose pixel art because we didn't want there to be too graphic of content in it. You know, it kind of gives you it gives you all of the thrill without all the spill. Yeah, there's no place like home. Joe Royd is definitely right on that, man. No place like home, especially right now. So headed back into some Kudokan talk. We will be expanding Portland Simulator into the blockchain and doing NFTs through the expansion. There's going to be some really cool stuff that's there. I didn't get a chance to talk about it, you know, as we were showing it slide for slide, but the convention center is in there. It's a real full-scale model, recreation, 3D model of the convention center. So we actually had all the blueprints and everything. We have every single room that's in there, everything. It's going to be absolutely crazy. We're going to put the retro gaming arcade inside of there, so you'll be able to play other pixel art arcade games that came before. We're going to have a paintball tournament inside of the convention center. We're just going to tear up the town. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, couldn't hear me. Now you got me again. Hopefully, a lot of this stuff is coming through. I apologize for some of the audio issues that we're having here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I believe it might be a dip in the service, unfortunately. We'll go hardline next time. Monkey Jockey. So right now, Monkey Jockey is in development, but has a setback. We didn't realize some of the gambling regulations. Gone again? Check, check. Can you hear me again? Okay. Hopefully. Okay. So Joyride says he still got it. We'll continue going on with the expectation that if there's cutouts or anything, or you miss anything, that hopefully it's all on the playback. So the gambling regulations, we can't be too hasty. We need to make sure that we do things right when we bring out Monkey Jockey. We need to make sure that we preference it right and that we have all the legal terms and stuff that are in there. So it is delayed, but it's still on target. We're still doing it. It's still going to be a fun time. Delays are really common inside of development. You know, you're going to see times where there's an awesome plan that's coming forward, and then all of a sudden, because of regulation, we get either snuffed down a little bit or whatnot, or have to reroute the way that we're doing it. Luckily, this is just a setback of where we need to make sure that we've done everything correctly legally. So it's not anything where anybody's come down on us or told us, oh, no, you can't do that. It's just that we need to make sure that we do it right. Kudokan 2.0 project refinement leads us right into it. So we're going to be updating all of the information, making sure that the transparency is there. Also, I have tasked Hamza with getting on the GitHub and doing some updates for both the application, the upgrades to the application, some of the inner nuances that are going on, as well as remove this. So you're going to see a whole lot more action on the GitHub over the next coming months as we retroactively update everything that's been done, some of the archiving of the APKs and stuff like that, so people can see them. And then also moving forward, we're going to have congruent updates on the GitHub showing the progress and all that good stuff. And that's all inside of our project 2.0 refinement. Matic token utilization and release. We went over a little bit of this earlier because Weihai wanted to know about it, but we'll go into it again. What does the Matic token do? The Matic token is a token burn system that gives the option and flexibility of being able to utilize the Matic Matic blockchain. And we did it by launching an actual Matic token rather than just going with the layer 2 solution. And we believe that it's just a better fit for what we have going on. It also allows us to do the burn system, so it gives the flexibility of utilizing either one. We'll also have that updated to mycryptopayments.com, so you'll be able to use both the Matic token and the Ether token, or any combination of them to make purchases or to go through the reward system. And as well, you'll have both decentralized exchanges, Uniswap's liquidity pool and QuickSwap's liquidity pool in order to trade them out. How do I get Matic tokens? You'll be able to receive Matic tokens through the game. That's one of the reasons that we were so interested in the Matic blockchain, is because of their gaming flexibility and the gas fees. So we're able to do that. You'll also be able to receive them via the airdrops. We're going to start using all Matic tokens right now because of the gas prices on ETH. And then you'll also be able to buy them, purchase them via Ethereum liquidity pool on QuickSwap. What is an NFT? Oh, we were waiting for that question, right? Non-fungible token. It's a digital asset system, basically, for handling art and any sort of digital media content. And it's non-fungible, so it backs it up to the blockchain. And you can also Google that if you want to check out some art NFTs. You can check them out on OpenSea or Rarible. And then there's also audio CDs and stuff like that. Also, Voodoo Dollies is one of our resident NFT superstars. His Voodoo Dollies have taken off and gone crazy. He's also a professional NFT trader. That's what I call him. I don't know if he's gone pro yet or if he's still balling in the amateur leagues, but he's certainly doing darn good for himself. So you can check him out. You can message him in the Discord and kind of pick his brain if he's got any time. I know he's a super busy guy. Maybe we'll get him to do another NFT section, a little session inside of the Discord for us. Airdrop allocation. So the first airdrop came and went. It was fun, but we needed to do something a little bit different than the first way that we approached the airdrop. We got kind of a lot of people who were only there for one specific reason, and then they kind of dipped out afterwards. It kind of took some of the energy from the community. So we want to make sure that when we're getting into these airdrops and when we're doing these airdrops, that we are preferencing them and marketing them towards the type of community members that we're trying to build with, not just people who are looking to jump in and out or to shill the token. We're really serious about the project. All of the diehard community members are serious about the project and believe in the team and in the token. And so we want to make sure that we continue that and that we foster that relationship moving forward. So the next airdrop, as I said, will be a Matic token airdrop because of the gas fees. The next airdrop is going to be to advertise the Kickstarter, and it will also be the first chance to get your hands on the Matic tokens. As I said, the first 500 are already included inside of the airdrop, and then anyone who participates will participates inside of the advertising of the Kickstarter will qualify for the next airdrop as well. We're going to try to make that a significant airdrop so that people feel comfortable with the positions that they get. Do you think KDU will ever hit $1? I don't know. Way high. How hard are you marketing? Are you out there shilling the token? You love that dollar mark. I know you do, brother. So we're looking at $1 billion market cap in order to hit $1, right? So that would equivalent $1 with our 1 billion maximum supply. We do have a couple token burn systems that are in there. One of them being remove this. So if people are really bad at the video game, maybe it burns down really far. You know what, Way High? I believe in the project, and I think that you do as well. I've definitely seen your energy, so I know that you know that what we're doing is we're completing the project that we've put out. The roadmap we're following, the tokenomics are there. We've done everything that we need to, and now it's just getting the word out. So as these mechanics and these proprietary things finish, you're going to start to see a reflection in the people who are participating inside of the ecosystem by proxy. When we release, we're releasing on Google Play Store, we're releasing on iOS, we're releasing on the computer, and we're going through influencers and people who are enjoying the game, and the game's going to be solid. It's a lot of fun. It's a cool game. So I expect it to do well, and I expect us to do well. And I think that our energy is monumental, and as we know, energy is currency. Hopefully that answers your question. Participation events. So they are canceled until the world is moving again. We had some really cool stuff that was coming up with Stevie Stone, Mike Bars, Twisted Insane, just a bunch of people, Dirtball from the Cottonmouth Kings, Ouija Mac, bunch of great names. And all of it has pretty much been put on hold right now for COVID. So as soon as the world's moving again, and as soon as things are the progress is back, then we're going to be back out in the community and touching hands and handing out crypto and getting people motivated, handing out merchandise, the whole 9 yards. We're still spreading the word though. I was actually in the barber shop earlier today and handed out some crypto airdrops, talked to people about the video game, let them get their hands on the video game. So they got to take my phone out and play around a little bit on it. I know you're jelly, but people were really receptive of it. People are excited. And that's how you spread the word. You know, we want brand new cryptocurrency users. We want people who are gamers. We want people who are musicians. We want people who this is the first token that they've ever interacted with, and we want them to come into the community and spread their joy and find out that, you know, the benefits of a good project. You know, the benefits of the blockchain. You know. Remove this. All right, so we are at that point here. Let me grab a couple of things. So we got the new logo that's going on here. Let's take a look at that. Boom. And the preview of the new website. So Ashfral, who is our website guru, he's the one who made the Kudokan website, is currently underway putting this bad boy together. These are all motion graphics that happen in here. So these worlds are all spinning. This text is coming up and typing as you're scrolling down. This has the entire mission statement and the background on what's going on inside of the game. As well, these will be screenshots from the video game. All of this stuff has all of the information that you're going to need to know in order to know the mechanics and kind of what you're doing. We also have a character section that gives all the lore and background of the characters. And then we have a weapon section that gives you the information on all of the new weapons and the weapons that are going to be in the first person shooter. Kudogan Token, you said that you're trying. What's going on? Oh, perfect. We just had somebody turn in a crypto voucher. That's awesome. Yeah, love it. Love it. Our brother, man. You know what? We're excited too, bro. We really are. This is the culmination of a lot of hard work, and so I can't wait for you guys to remove this in your hands. I can't wait for the staking app to be there and ready to go. It's right around the corner, so we're right here at the threshold. I know that some of our day oneers, have been sitting back. It's only been a couple months, and we're in really good position right now. All the projects are going smoothly. Hamza and the Rapid Dev team, I cannot say enough about. I lean on Hamza so heavily, and he is able to, take every single request. Those guys change every single aspect. I'll come back and say, you know what? I don't like anything that we're doing right now. Let's go ahead and do this. And immediately they switch gears, and within 24, 48 hours, I have full on changes inside of my hands. Yep, you certainly do get a game preview. We're going to go into that in a minute. Right now, we're going to do an assets preview. We're going to talk about the characters. We're going to talk about the aliens. And then I'm going to talk about the game preview. I want to make sure that we have a really nice game preview. And some of the stuff that I had was not exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to show a little bit of a game preview, and then we're going to do a full upload to YouTube so that you guys can go through, watch it, dissect it, do the whole 9 yards. Let's go in real quick here. Take a look at some of the Astro images. Big ups to Phoenix. There's Steven, our White Ranger. And then, of course, Alaskan. Excuse me, I actually just said that backwards. That's Phoenix right there. Alaskan is the blue. But yeah, we have the full 3D characters rendered up for the website. So these are the images that you're going to see on the website of the guys, of the gang. And also showing off some of the weapons. So we go on to the next and show the enemies here. Here are the aliens. I believe this is a Take Me to Your Leader, not the Hail Old Boy. See, it's so hard interacting with tokens if you've never done it before in a wallet. Exchanges, it's so confusing. Yeah, you know what? What I always tell people is that exchanges are the bank, and that your wallet is literally your wallet, right? So when you go to the bank, you have to withdraw your money and you have to put it in something, right? So that digital recreation is your wallet. So if you think of them as two separate things, right? Your wallet's where you hold your money. The exchange is where you buy your tokens. Then it kind of helps differentiate that in your mind. So you can go, oh, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase the stuff that I want, or I'm going to receive the currency that I want, basically going in there and exchanging my fiat currency for the other currency. Then I'm going to take that currency and put it in my wallet. Date of the game and website. So we do not have a concrete date right now on the release of the game, but what we do have is the beta that we're headed into. So the beta will be, strongly recommend putting a tutorial on the video game and how to use a wallet, exchanges, and so and so. You know what? You put it up there way high. You've been doing great on our videos. Love to see it. Love to see it. So the beta is coming up here after the APK punch list is done. So I've turned in the final punches and the final changes that I want to see before beta. And they're making all of those changes right now, as well as updating the environment, putting in the key cards, releasing the bosses, all of that good stuff. That stuff all happens really quickly. The environment's there, everything's all the game mechanics are put in, everything. So literally, once we have the changes to the way that we want the gameplay to be done, and we've kind of passed it around and made sure that it's working to the satisfactory level that we want, the sheen that we want on the beta, we're going to be ready to go. And that's going to be weeks, not months. So as soon as we have a definitive idea on when we want to release the beta, I'm going to immediately start launching the Kickstarter. So let's get into that section. How do you get into the beta? So the beta is going to have two ways, right? It's going to be a two-phase beta where the first part of the beta is going to address the game mechanics. We're going to hand out the APK. Everybody will test it. Everybody will turn in their feedback forms, let us know what's working, what's not, what people like, what people don't like, and we'll take everything into consideration. Sometimes people will give you ideas of how they think that the game should actually run when, you know, we're not changing the mechanics of the game. We just want to know, are there any faults? Are there any issues that anybody's having? Once we've corrected anything that anybody's finding and take all the feedback into consideration, then we go into beta step 2. Beta step 2 will be the first mining of the cryptocurrency. So if you're in the beta, you will have the first opportunity to be able to mine the cryptocurrency from the liquidity pool. So let's talk about, how do you get into the beta? The beta happens one of two ways. You can either donate to the Kickstarter, which is a $5 donation for beta access. And then there's 3 other levels for if you want to participate further and also support the first-person shooter that's coming afterwards. The first-person shooter is an NFT game. So the Kickstarter will be the only way that you can get some of the color variants that are going to go on those NFT weapons, which is super cool. So donate a minimum of $5 to the Kickstarter and you get yourself into the beta, or you can hold $100 worth of Kudoken. And as long as you're holding at least $100 worth of Kudoken at the time that you turn in your voucher, then you'll be able to get yourself in the beta as well. So 2 ways. One way where you put yourself inside of the ecosystem and you join the community. One way where you support the game and do it that way. Can everybody hear me all right still? Seeing everybody bob back and forth. Crypto voucher. What do you mean by crypto voucher? Wait for information to come back on that. Website, we went over the website, preview of the game concepts and all that. Advertising and marketing updates. So we are currently running ads on Instagram. We are waiting for information back from TikTok to make sure that the ads have been approved for the TikTok stuff. And then the next venture is going to be advertising on YouTube. As well, now's the time for us to reach out to influencers. So these are people with good followings inside of the crypto community, people who don't shill coins, people who take a look at the project, and if they believe in your project, then they back your project. Those are the type of influencers that we're looking for. And we have advertising and marketing budgets both for in Kudoken and as well monetarily in order to get some of those influencers interested in spreading the word. The very last thing that we're looking for is to shill the Kudoken. We don't want people coming in and mucking up the waters. It's going to happen, but as much of a solid foundational community as we can breed, the better off we're going to be. Crypto is obviously hot right now. People obviously are in it to make as much gains as they possibly can. We are a token reward system where what we're building is an entire ecosystem that's going to be reliant on the community and the participation and the direct business, strategic business partners, and everybody who's inside of the fold. Kudoken energy is about being where the people are and about doing things that people like. As I mentioned before, part of it was based off of Idig Yidig. If you don't know, you don't go. The Pepsi campaign, where they were at every single event, they were doing some of the coolest stuff. We want to be right there where the entertainment is. We want to have the stuff that people want to interact with. And that's where we're at. That's what we've done so far, and that's what we're going to continue to do. So getting a hold of influencers and of people who have strong communities, who are supportive, who are interested in projects, who want to see good projects, those are the people that we're trying to get a hold of. And it's going to take everybody. We really need the community's help to be able to spread the word and to be inside of the chat rooms and to be out there letting people know about Kudoken Energy and about how you feel about the project. Weihai has been a consummate supporter and constantly out there trying to come up with new ideas and new ways to spread the word. Like you said, I love this, me too. And we're getting a really awesome support system right now. We're getting a really cool community of people who are spreading that energy and who do believe in the project and who do have the moniker of energy as currency. So the future looks bright. We're going to talk about ETH gas prices. We've touched on it a couple of times. It's not what we were hoping for. I know everybody's feeling that. But hey, if we weren't backed by ETH right now, we wouldn't be soaring to the moon as well with them. So there's goods and bads with being on the Ethereum network, and we'll see how things go. Matic token is definitely the next step, though. And we're coming out with the Matic token at the same time. We want everything to be one unified front, one unified push. So when we release the Matic token, we're going to be releasing it with the beta and with the staking app and all of the stuff at once, so that people are able to interact with the system and immediately get to work once they have the tokens. Yes, sir. Weeks, not months. That is correct. We are weeks out from the next launch on the Matic token, from the next airdrop, from the beta announcement, and beta participation, and from all the subsequent cool things that we've been waiting for. Honestly, use the sound effects and over. Yeah, so awesome that you brought that up, audio engineer Joyride, because I almost skipped over that portion. So let's talk about the soundtrack for Remove This, Guns and Aliens, and the first-person shooter that comes out. Obviously, I'm a musician. Ozone's a musician. A lot of the people who we have inside of the community right now, including Joyride himself, DJs and musicians, rappers, the whole nine yards. And we have those connections, and so we're coming out hard with the soundtrack. The entire soundtrack is going to be made by, let me pull him up here real quick so you guys can see Johnny Slash, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see, where is his info? So you can check him out on YouTube, Instagram, any of this stuff. Look him up, Johnny Slash. There he is. He is constantly putting out videos. He is constantly on that drum machine, just absolutely killing it. And we're super excited to have him doing the entirety of the Guns and Aliens variant. Now, along with Johnny Slash, I have a special record. We just lost a member of the community, reggae pioneer, a dear truther, man, the myth, the legend, Lee Perry. I just actually recently completed a song with Lee, an unreleased song. And that song is directly inside of the moniker of Remove This. We touch on a lot of the subjects of deception and some of the stuff that goes along with the storyline of it. And so that song is now the Remove This theme song. And it will be released as a limited edition NFT. I'm going to call his wife, talk to her about releasing the music, and as well as doing an endorsement for Lee Perry. When Lee passed away, we were in talks about going out to Jamaica in order to set up the LSP, the Lee Scratch Perry community, out in Jamaica. He had a plot of land already picked out, and I was going to go out there, do the electrical work for him and a bunch of other stuff. I literally spoke to him days before his passing. It's completely unexpected. Sending love right now to Miri for Lee. And we want to do anything that we can to make sure that Lee's dream of the LSP community comes true. So I'm going to mint the Lee Scratch Perry song and some other exclusive content onto NFT, and it'll be a special edition NFT, and all the proceeds will go to the LSP community. So I'm really, really happy to be a part of that. And yeah, it's untimely passing. Take a look here. Moment of silence for our brother Lee Scratch Perry. So yeah, that's the big announcements right there. Johnny Slash doing the entire soundtrack. Lee Scratch Perry on the soundtrack as the main theme song to Remove This. Big news. The game's almost done. We are weeks, not months out. Beta is coming, Kickstarter's coming, advertising is out, and I appreciate all your guys' energy. Thank you so much. We didn't get a whole lot of Jesse Sponberg, but we'll definitely get him back real soon. He's on his way, like I said, to Louisiana, so we're wishing him well wishes, and wishing all the people who were just affected by the hurricane well wishes. Is there any other questions that anybody has here before we jump out? We are doing the gameplay reveal, but since the gameplay, the live wasn't working, I didn't want it to be jumping and skipping around and all that. So I'm going to release it on the YouTube. So you'll be able to go to the YouTube here in just a minute, and I'll get it uploaded on there, and I'll also share it to the Discord so everybody can check out the live game reveal and see the in-game play for the first 8 rounds of Remove This, happening immediately after this. Again, I'm Gabriel, Godok and Airbot. I don't see any other questions. I'm going to double check the AMA. Looks like that's it. Keep the energy high. #energy is currency. Much love.